Right, we're going to continue on with IXL C6. Still trying to isolate my absolute value before I make cases. I need to get rid of this negative sign. So I'm going to divide both sides by a -1. So negative divided by negative is a positive. So I have t plus 2. Now, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to change your direction. And then this is going to give me a positive 6. I'm isolated and it's a less than. So move your 6 in front and make them negative. You're making a compound inequality. And now you're basically solving two inequalities at the same time. So I need to get rid of this 2 by subtracting it from both sides of the inequality. So that's going to give me a -8. And of course that cancels. And that's going to give me a 4. And this is a less than. And if you notice, it would shade between these two values. All right, I need to isolate the absolute value. So I'll divide both sides by -7. So y, and then I'm dividing by -7, so that's going to change direction. And then that's going to become a positive 1. This is a less than, so that's going to change in front and become a -1. And again, I would shade between the two numbers. And by the way, that would have open circles on my number line. And this one, because of the equal to, would have closed circles. All right, isolating the absolute value before making the cases. So I'm adding 9 to both sides. And now I'm dividing by 3. Now this one's a greater than, so this is going to require my two separate cases. Here's my first case. I dropped my absolute value bars. This is an OR. For the second case, I'm going to drop the bars, change direction, and change sign. And this is the one that would shade, and I'll do this, but I'm going to be a little sloppy about it. Would shade on the ends of the graph. So S greater than or equal to 5/3 would be this way. S less than or equal to -5/3 would be this way. All right, now this one is starting to get a little more complicated. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides because I'm isolating my absolute value before I make my cases. And I got a -3. Now I'm going to divide both sides by my -6. Absolute value, p minus 4. Now divided by a negative, so change your direction, and that's going to give me a 1/2. Now this is a greater than, so this is the two separate cases. Drop the bars, or drop the bars, change direction, and change sign. Now add your 4 to both sides. And here you're going to add your 4 to both sides as well. And then we're done.